Hi guys, welcome to another 2-minute devotion with Dad. We are in Mark chapter 7. Moved on a little bit as I've had a few things that doubled up, so I'm not going to cover them again unless something jumps out. So this is a weird one, and it's more amused me for years, but now I just had a realization about something that I want to share, which is cool. I'm actually going to read this one out. So Jesus left Tyre and went up to Sidon before going back to the Sea of Galilee, and then the region of the 10 towns, and that's the Decapolis that people sometimes talk about. A deaf man with a speech impediment was brought to him, and the people begged Jesus to lay his hands on the man and heal him. Jesus led him away from the crowd so they could be alone. He put his fingers into the man's ears. Then, spitting on his own fingers, he touched the man's tongue. Then, looking up to heaven, he sighed and said, "Ephphatha," which means "be opened." Instantly, the man could hear perfectly, and his tongue was freed, so he could speak plainly. Jesus told the crowd not to tell anyone, but the more he told them not to, the more they spread the news. They were completely amazed and said again and again, "Everything he does is wonderful. He even makes the deaf to hear and gives speech to those who cannot speak." It's a cool story, and something that, I don't know, I was just thinking about it. Can you imagine what it would have been like for this guy minding his own business? He's never heard of Jesus, literally. He's deaf, and even though that sounds funny, he has no idea how to comprehend what's happening, because all his life he would grow up in silence, and then he would now, of course, this is a bit of interpretive license here, because we don't know how long he's been deaf, but just suppose he was born deaf. He'd see a massive hustle of people all get excited and talk about things and then move on, and like, what is going on? And he would never really possibly have explained to him what's going on. And now this weird guy comes up and takes him away to a place away from people, which is confronting enough, puts his fingers into his ears, and then sticks some spit on his own tongue after spitting on his hands. Can you imagine what that would have been like for this guy? Now, I don't know if he'd have been primed or not. He'd have to be. But just work with this for a second. And now he has to see this weird guy do a groan, roll his eyes, and say something that he can't hear anyway. And then suddenly, bang, I can hear. And can you just imagine what it would have taken, almost a different kind of faith that this would have taken to firstly tolerate this done to your own body with someone else's spit, but then also to even then believe that something could come out of it. That's quite extraordinary to me, and I think the lesson here is in not what Jesus did or said, but what the man allowed to have done to him. And I guess the point of everything that I'm trying to say here is sometimes we have to go with it. We've got no idea why things are playing out the way they are. We have no reason to believe that anything good's about to happen necessarily, but we just have to run with it and let things happen that are outside of our knowledge, outside of our understanding. They may not make sense. They might even be, I'll use the word, assaulting to our senses, to our person, to our world. Like, this guy had no idea what was going to go on. honest, there's no real notes here on this one. There's a bit here. Let's have a pause and read that one. So it's just something I wanted to share with you guys. It's a bit of a shorter one today, I guess. But you know what? You don't have to understand everything when God's at work. You don't have to understand anything, really, when God's at work. You just have to believe and accept the things that which you don't understand. And I think in today's world of almost infinite understanding, instant knowledge, like immediate gratification and results, and what's this? Oh, I'll just Google it, and where do you get this? Oh, I just go to the shops, get it, It's just, everything is at our fingertips in today's world. Everything is so immediately accessible and available. Generally speaking, we don't really know what it's like to go without. We don't really understand the notion of mystery, really, because we've got cameras everywhere that watch everything. We've got just go back and watch the footage. We've got things that record, computers that record every keystroke. We've got, it just goes on. The internet is wild with what it has available to it, and for everything else there's computer recorders. So really to have a mystery like this in today's world is almost something we don't understand the concept of. But this guy, this deaf man, he let it all happen to him, literally, and went with it, and his miracle came out of that. And this is just something I just wanted that just jumped out at me today for the first time. If someone did that to me, I'd be going, back off, buddy. But it doesn't mean we have to be a doormat to everything that happens, of course. That's not what I'm saying. But what it means is that if you get an inkling or a notion or a feeling, or the force is telling you just run with it, then just run with it, because you never know what will come out of it. Go on forever for this one, but that's all I'll say. Bless you guys, have a great day, and I'll see you at the next one. Bye.